Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to the 2020 NOSSCAR Super GT Series Championship. 8 races to decide who will be crowned this year's champion. The series started last year in 2019. Bill Baldwin out of the United States was crowned your 2019 champion with 7 wins over his friendly rival Even Steven, who picked up 6 victories that season. JRB, Pac-Man, Timac, and more. Drivers will be nipping at their heels, looking to take them off the top spot and claim a championship for themselves. Round 1 tonight, WeatherTech Laguna Seca, folks, right here on Gran Turismo Sport. Kick back, enjoy the action. Hope you're enjoying the holiday season, and enjoy the NOSSCAR Super GT Series racing right here on the NOSSCAR Series Racing YouTube channel. And the GR1 cars are on the grid, side by side, ready to take the green flag. The green lights are going to light up on the board any moment now. Bill Baldwin on the pole, the defending champion, JRB in second, and Pac-Man in third. That is your top 3 in the qualifying order that will start in this one. 12 drivers from 3 different countries attempted to qualify their way into this one. 9 drivers from 2 countries advanced. The cars are rolling. They will have permission to leave the caution speed here in just a couple of seconds, and they will begin the 2020 season. This is round 1 from Laguna Seca. We're green, folks, here on Gran Turismo Sport. Thank you very much for joining us. 20-minute endurance races. And I don't know if you can say endurance. These drivers used to 1-hour endurance races in this series, and already a penalty being given to Pac-Man for cutting a little bit too low in turn 1. They were side by side for second and third there for a couple of minutes, and it was JRB that was able to complete the pass, take over second, and Pac-Man drops to third. He's still trying to kill the penalty that he has. The lone Canadian in this event, in the race anyways, who qualified their way in. Timac runs in fourth. Jeffrey Robinson Jr., former NOSSCAR champion, runs in 5th. He's the former champion from NASCAR 15 and Supercross, folks. Looking to make a big name for himself here on Gran Turismo, running in the top 5. That's a great way to start the race. And a slip here on lap 1 for Timac. The lone Canadian goes for a spin towards the wall and parked it against it nose first just a little bit, and minor damage to the Audi R8, 2016 Audi R8, and he's going to keep on cruising. Lost 1 position to Jeffrey Robinson Jr. Jeffrey driving the Porsche, making it look pretty fast here, making it look racy. He's trying to run down the top 3. The top 3 cars are all Toyota TS030s, and literally the class of the field right now. And there was contact made there between JRB and Pac-Man. JRB did not find the brake pedal soon enough going into turn 1. It's a downhill swinging left, and it really can throw these drivers off. There's a couple of corners on this Laguna Seca course that it really can bring challenge to these drivers. Bill Baldwin out front and looking good in the number 21 Toyota. Defending NOSSCAR Super GT Series champion. This series started just last year in 2019, and it was Bill claiming 7 wins en route to capturing the championship that year over his friendly rival Even Steven, who is electing to not participate in this year's 2020 campaign. And how about Pac-Man, folks? 2020 NOSSCAR GT Cup Series champion here on Gran Turismo Sport, driving those GR3 cars. Knows a thing or two about wheeling these GR1 cars as well, and clearly he's up there running in P2, and he's gained one spot since the drop of the green flag in this one. And Jeffrey Robinson Jr., we're getting word, just went off course, and that's coming out of the final turn over there here at Laguna Seca, and that allows Timac to gain a little bit of ground. The Porsche and the Audi are going to have a bit of a battle here in a couple laps if this stays the same. Crazy Legs runs in 6th, and there is Bowman Nation running in the 7th position, driving the 2011 Audi R8. Mucka making his NOSSCAR Super GT Series debut, runs in the 8th position, and rounding out the field, 9 cars starting in this one, is Shadow, driving also the 2011 Audi R8. Ooh, going a little bit off course here, and he finds the gravel trap, not the start of to the event that Shadow was hoping for. And again, I mentioned this just a little bit ago. These drivers are used to 1-hour endurance races here in the NOSSCAR Super GT Series, so having them only be 20-minute endurance races means every corner, every lap, every straightaway, every chicane, every carousel, it all matters so much more, because there's really just less time to deal with and try to win these races. Excuse me, 15-minute races rather. So we'll reset things a little bit for you. Bill Baldwin, defending champion, leads the way. JRB runs in 2nd. Pac-Man, recent error there on that most recent lap, now runs in 3rd. He was running in P2. We were just talking about him there, and we missed that, folks, but he's back to P3, and he's not quite close enough to get the draft with JRB if they were to be on a straightaway, or else we would perhaps see a battle for the 2nd position. The closest battle on the racetrack towards the front of the field is the battle for the 4th position, and that is 2 NOSSCAR champions, Juicy J and Timac. Both drivers have won championships on NASCAR 15. Both drivers have won championships on Supercross. Timac, of course, the 2020 NOSSCAR Legend Series champion. That was on NASCAR Heat 4. And Juicy J, one of the all-time winners in the NOSSCAR Street Tech Series. Highly successful, highly decorated careers for both drivers, running 4th and 5th right now at Laguna Seca. Timac closing in, outbraking Juicy J just a little bit going into the final turn there. It's a tight left-hander to finish off a lap here at Laguna Seca, and then against the long swinging left, and Timac takes a look to the inside. He's going to complete the pass and take the 4th position from Juicy J. Custom paint job for Timac made by Percussive. NOSSCAR GT Cup Series driver, always a top 5 contender as well. Battle for 2nd is heating up. JRB has it. Pac-Man wants it. They've swapped it a couple of times since the drop of the green flag, and these Toyotas are really racy and really quick, and they're showing it off here at Laguna Seca, owning the top 3 positions, and they're all going to stand on the podium together unless something wild happens. Pac-Man just took a wild move to the inside of JRB, and he's going to complete the pass and take the 2nd position. Now coming through the last couple of turns to come around to complete this lap, they have Mucka just in front of them, who's running in the 8th position. The top 7 as of now are still on the lead lap. And we're coming up on the halfway mark of this race, and the main battle for position near the front is Pac-Man and JRB for the 2nd and 3rd positions. The battle for 4th has calmed down just a little bit. Timac trying to open it up on Juicy J just a bit, and he's doing a little bit of that. Crazy Legs is having a great run in 6th, but he's going to be challenged by Bowman Nation in just a couple of laps if the lap times stay the same. And never mind, folks, Bowman Nation puts it in the gravel trap there just a little bit in the 2011 Audi R8, and I really like the look of that car. It looks really low to the ground. The nose of that car looks really racy and mean and fast, and looks like it's got good aerodynamics to it, and he's going to have to kill this half-a-second penalty, and he does, going into the final turn. And down the front straightaway now, the battle for 6th we'll keep an eye on. Back up to the front, JRB's retaken the second position yet again from Pac-Man, and these two won't quit, folks. They're trying to figure out who's going to maybe make a run at Bill Baldwin before the end of this one. They do have enough time, and they are close enough. In fact, JRB appears to be gaining a little bit of ground on Bill, and it's very possible Bill could be conserving his tires just a little bit, knowing he doesn't have an immediate challenge from anybody around him. He might turn up the wick a little bit if JRB gets a little bit too close for comfort. Love the paint job on that car. Bill going, now the top three going through the uphill section of the track, and perhaps the most challenging turn on the racetrack is this right here. It definitely is the heaviest braking zone, and he's coming up to a couple of cars to put them a lap down. Those are the cars battling for the 6th and 7th positions. Bowman Nation, Crazy Legs. Bowman Nation takes the 6th position from Crazy Legs, and whoa, Crazy Legs overdrives the final turn and goes into the gravel trap, and the battle for 6th is over. Bowman Nation is going to take it for the time being. Meanwhile, Bill Baldwin was able to get through all of that, and JRB not too far behind him. See, the last lap by JRB was the quicker car on the lap chart. This time by Bill Baldwin opens up his lead just a bit more over JRB. Kind of looks like the tires might be going away for Pac-Man a little bit. Timac running in 4th, staying about the same distance away from the front three. Found the dirt a little bit with the left side tires that most recent time by through there. There's Juicy J slowly losing Timac just a bit. The battle for 4th is cooling down, but if all hold station, he's going to claim the top 5 finish. Five cars on the lead lap. 9 drivers started the race itself, and 12 drivers from 3 different countries attempted to qualify their way into this one. 8 Americans, 1 lone Canadian in today's event, and we're nearing the end of this one. And Pac-Man goes for a slide, and off course he had just taken the second position away from JRB and had opened up the gap just a little bit, but he even made contact with the wall over there with the left side of the car, and significant contact at that. Not only does that damage the race car, but it also wears the tires out on that side of the car a little bit more, and he's going to have to cope with that and deal with that until the end of the race. But thankfully for him, they are in their final 2 laps here at Laguna Seca. So now it's Bill Baldwin, the defending champion, running in the lead. JRB running in 2nd, and Pac-Man running in 3rd. In the last and final podium spot, there's Timac running in 4th. Juicy J rounding out the top 5. Bowman Nation still having a solid run in 6th. Crazy Legs in a heated battle for 7th and 8th with Mucka, but Mucka has just went off course, and he's going to lose a whole bunch of track time now to Crazy Legs, and the battle for 7th and 8th has cooled off just like that as soon as we tuned in, folks. And the clock has expired, so therefore Bill Baldwin is now on his final lap here at Laguna Seca. So he's coming through the 3rd and final section of the circuit for the final time here in this one. Round 1 of the 2020 NOSSCAR Super GT Series season coming to a close, and it's the defending champion Bill Baldwin picking up where he left off, folks. Checkered flag is in the air. Bill Baldwin is a winner here in 2020. He wins at Laguna Seca. JRB is going to finish in 2nd, Pac-Man in 3rd, Timac 4th, Juicy J rounding out the top 5. Again, 9 drivers started the race, 12 drivers from 3 different countries attempted to make the show. And join us next time for round 2 coming your way from Fuji International Speedway. We hope that you enjoyed the show. And congratulations once again to Bill Baldwin. Good night, everybody, and happy holidays.